What's that? You want to see an FA Cup first round proper game? Well, it's lucky you come here then. Let's go in and play one. Okay, welcome back folks to episode 22 of Bottoms Up here at Aveley FC. Let's get straight into it because we have got an FA Cup first round tie away to Accrington to play today. We have already played them in the league once this season and we lost by 2-0. So that's not great news to start off with. But results-wise, we've been on a good run. We've had 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat in our last 6 games. But that doesn't really begin to tell the story. So against Chester, we won 2-1. Wes York on the 46th minute and Matt Rush on 51 minutes. But if we have a quick look into it, as you see, they took the lead through Charlie Caton. And we were terrible in the first half. We really was. Then we got that goal on the stroke of half time. And in the second half, I mean, you look there at the shots on target and everything else, we should have absolutely walked the game. But again, another sign of our prolificity, our wastefulness, that we just can't score with the shots that we have. And we only got 2 goals out of then 10 shots on target. I was absolutely screaming at my monitor, I really was. Then we had Altrincham away from home in the National League, of course. And as you can see there, we were actually 2-0 down in that game. And I'd basically lost any hope by this point. I just thought, we're not going to do anything. There's absolutely no point. After we went, I think before we went 2-0 down, I think it was 1-0 down, I made 3 substitutions. Yeah, bringing on Awika, Kai and Hughes. And when we went 2-0 down, if I'm being honest, I just got up and made myself a cup of coffee. I was like, what's the point of sitting here watching this anymore? And then when I came back, it was 2-2. Charlie Hughes with a penalty and Wes York on the 93rd minute. So that was a nice surprise to come back to. Then we played Merthyr. We had quite a rotated team in this one. As you can see, we had Kobe Wilkes in defence. We'll get to Fowler in a moment. We had Cohen Lee playing as well. Ryan Blackman was in there. Odd Lucy came in and got sent off. Wonderful news. Thank you for that. So it was a fairly rotated side. Not heavily rotated, but a fairly rotated side. And again, Merthyr went 1-0 up with a penalty. We're conceding a lot of penalties on the 22nd minute, but then a Matt Rush hat-trick. Harry Emmett picked up an injury, and we'll get to that shortly as well. Then a 3-2 win against Chelmsford. Rush, Vaz and Benton on the score sheet. Then that was another up and down game, to and fro. We were 1-0 up, then we were 2-1 down, and then we come back to win 3-2. Aldershot, we were comfortably beaten by them, 3-1. Tamworth, 3-1 win in our favour this time. Ollie Eagle, John Benton and Jimmy Mewett, which now brings us to today's games against Accrington and Scunthorpe, who are 3rd in the league, and we are away from home in both of today's games. So it's very possible we're going to end up losing both games today. If we look at the transfer history and look at the released players, Taylor Cohen, I felt a bit sorry for him because he looked like he was going to be going to one of 2 clubs that had come in for him. So as a result of that, I went into the transfer market. I picked up George Fowler, 3-star current, 3.5-star potential. He was a little bit better than Taylor Curran. He's basically our current replacement. And also he can play right back, which is a help to us because it's either Jaden Dixon or Edward Giamphy, and I prefer Giamphy to be in the middle of the park. So we brought him in, and then it turns out that Curran turned down the moves. So because I'd already signed his replacement, I basically had to let him go. So I had to release him, even though he turned down 2 clubs to stay with us. If we go to the medical centre and our current injuries, Harry Emmett, who can play pretty much anywhere in the park. He's so versatile for us. I had been using him as left back as well. Yeah, he's out for the season, basically. He's got damaged cruciate ligaments. He's out for 8 to 11 months. We're probably not going to see him for the remainder of this season. And as a result, we're probably not going to see him for the remainder of this save either. So that pretty much brings us up to speed. I don't know what I need to know about Manchester City, but thank you very much for that. And let's get into today's first game, which is the FA Cup game. And oh boy, do we need an FA Cup run. because our finances are an absolute shambles. They really, really are. Where's Gianfi? He has played one game for us since he's come back, but that was. But then he was absolutely exhausted for the next game, so we're trying to ease him a game at a time, I suppose. Now we're going to go full strength as much as we can, obviously. So we've got Kowalczyk in goal, Berry left back, Dixon right back. Why is Vaz not playing? Hang on a minute, let me just correct this. So Bailey, Berry and a Weaker in there. Okay, swap them around. Right, let's start that again, shall we? We've got Kowalczyk in goal, Vaz left back, Dixon right back, Berry and a Weaker in the middle, Gianfi at the base of the midfield with Blackman and Benton in front of him, York and Odelusi out wide, and Matt Rush up top. Matt Rush has got 10 goals in 15 appearances, 14 starts for us this season. He's actually been pretty good, even though we're not scoring a great deal of goals. But here we go. Let's see how we get on again. Like I say, if we win this, I don't mind losing against Scunthorpe, because this is a game, to be honest, we really need a win here. So they have the corner. They still have it on the edge of our area, and that's the end of our FA Cup run, let's be honest. We're not going to beat them. They've already beaten us once this season. They're going to beat us again. When they're scoring in the 3rd minute of the game, you kind of know that it's not going to be your day. They've already had 3 shots on target by the 14th minute. Oh, I'll tell you. We've not, even though we've been winning games, as well as drawing one and losing one, we've not been playing well. We really haven't. How we've actually picked up some of them, I mean, look at it. Oh, we're a shambles. I mean, at the moment, I've looked at the table from previous seasons, and 50 points should just about keep us up. Now they've hit the post, or the crossbar. And we're almost halfway to 50 points long before the halfway mark of the season. But I think this good start we've had has actually been a bit of a false dawn, because Kowalczyk has looked very dodgy in goal recently. Our defence has just not looked solid at all. I mean, you can look at them today to see the average ratings of them. And we've had 1 shot on target and 3 yellow cards. That really isn't great. Oh, God. Oh, no. There's going to be some tummy tickling going on after this game, folks. This is another thing I've noticed as well. I mean, there you go, there's another worldie. One thing I've been noticing in recent games as well is the opposition get the ball just outside their area, and our defence just goes like that. And it's like, where are you going to? You know, why is there some parting of the sea? Are you all afraid of the ball now or something? But it feels like Accrington are going to score with every shot. This is not good. All right, let's make some substitutions. I mean, I don't know why we're making substitutions. We're not going to be saving the game in any way, shape or form. But put Gianfi out there, he might do something. Nanakai maybe. I mean, at this stage, it's just like, what's the point of even making substitutions? It's not like we're going to get back into the game with 3-0 down with half an hour to go. But I just think if, like in this game where we really are not scoring goals, you know, we've had 3 shots on target, can't get a goal from that. What's helped us in the other games is at least we have been scoring. But if we can't score either, I don't know how we resurrect this. I really don't. Apparently I can make 2 more substitutions. Don't know if that's true or not. Let's see if it is. Oh, it is as well. Might as well bring... I mean, who's this? Edwino Vaz is not playing well. So just drop Bailey Berry out that last. I don't know why I'm bothering, but we've got 5 minutes left. Picked up 5. We don't want another yellow card. So if we get 1 more yellow card, we might be getting a fine for having 6 yellow cards in a game. And that, folks, was comprehensive. And that's the end of our FA Cup. Oh, here we go. Now, yeah, there you go. Squad's unhappy. Let's go and have a tummy tickled. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So now there's going to be a promise that my team talks will improve, or let's have a look, see if it's already in here. I felt his manager's team talk was confusing against Accrington. And to be fair, it probably was because I just gave up. I mean, on the plus side, everything is still green, very good. Ignore the little red arrow. But, okay, I'll see you when we're ready for the game against Scunthorpe. Okay, so a bit of a query here, folks. Maybe you can help me out in the comments with this one. So, yeah, I am looking at other jobs in between the games against Scunthorpe. And I've been having a look around and I saw that Wrexham are on here. Sky Bet League 2, 15th. Michael Appleton is the leading candidate, 11 to 2. I mean, we're not any of this. So I clicked on Wrexham, had a look at them, had a look at their board members. They've still got Ryan Reynolds and that other guy, Rob McElhenney, is that how you say his name? Still as the owners of the club or whatever. And saw that their reputation is 2 stars. Their reputation is about 1.5, I think it is. So I thought, okay, maybe I could apply for this job. But there's nowhere here to actually apply for the job. You can declare interest in the job, but you can't apply for it. Yet, if you go to Mansfield, who are also in League 2, go on here, you can view the job advert and apply for it. So, and it's the same for every other job on there. I mean, let's see Strasbourg. I haven't looked at this one. There you go, view job advert, and then you can apply for the job if you want to. So I'm not actually sure why you can't apply for the job at this club. It just seems a bit odd. And let's go to staff a minute. Director, so there's no manager, it's just a caretaker manager, Joe Austin. But when you look at their manager list, Paco Gallardo is their most recent manager. He's been sacked after 165 days. Matt Bloomfield was sacked after 109 days. Phil Parkinson was there for 3 years, well, nearly 3.5 years. But they don't seem to have had much by way of patience since then. And Joe Austin has been in place for 15 days. So, yeah, I'm just a bit baffled as to why you can't apply for that job. Like I said, I'm not actually applying for any at the moment. I've just been having a look. But when you look at here, I mean, would the Scottish Championship be a level I could go to? I mean, if you look at Dunfermline Athletic, their 2.5 stars are too big for us. Motherwell, I'm assuming, I mean, they're 2.5 stars as well. The Italian Serie B, Frosinone, I mean, they're 3 stars to be fair. They're a good team. Would we get a job in League 2? I mean, I don't think we'd get a job in League 1, but we're in the National League, so maybe that isn't too much of a jump. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Wrexham situation and what level you think I might be able to get a job at if I applied. Okay, folks, let's get into the next games against Scunthorpe. We are away from home. Scunthorpe are doing very well in the league. I haven't talked through the team. Kowalczyk in goal, Vaz left back, Dixon right back, Berry and Awika in the middle, Gyamfi at the base of the midfield with Kai and Benton in front of him, York and Murray out wide with Rush up top. And let's go. Let's see if we can pick up any points here against Scunthorpe. And for those of you that might be wondering why I'm looking for another job when, you know, really things are actually going well with Aveley. You know, we're in a positive position in the league, put it that way. It's just because I've seen the way we've played off camera, and even though results have largely gone in our favour, we've not looked great. I mean, look at that. I mean, what was that? This has been going on in the games off camera, but the opposition's just not been making the most of it. But we just get the ball and just seemingly just hand it to the opposition, and I don't understand why. It's so frustrating as well, because you see how we were playing last season. I mean, look, there you go again. We've just given the ball away again. I mean, at least a week has managed to win it back there. Fair play to him. Here's Mewett, long ball up the top, up and under, but weren't anywhere close to being where Rush needed it to be. But, you know, we show the odd moments of brilliance, or moment of brilliance. Like there was one game off camera where we just counter-attacked with such accuracy and precision. Oh, look at that. It was a work of art. And it was a good move from us. We was fairly direct with it. But then you just see other times where we just seemingly give the ball away for no reason. We're not even under pressure. We just give the ball to the opposition. And it's just so frustrating. And you can see the bad results are coming. You really can. And like here, a couple of defeats, back-to-back defeats. Oh, they've hit the crossbar. Yeah, a couple of back-to-back defeats. And as soon as that morale starts going in a negative direction, you know it's really hard to get it back again. And at the moment, we've been quite fortunate that we've been able to keep morale good. And our upcoming fixtures, again, are not bad. Here's York. I mean, I thought that was handball myself. It's gone out for a corner. It's going to be a short one. I don't know what... I actually checked their set pieces because we seem to... I mean, Benton there, what is he doing? We seem to be playing so many short corners. And I don't know why, because we've got near post in-swinger, short, and central in-swinger set up. Near post in-swinger is on, like, the most frequent one. Oh, we have a penalty. The others are on the least often, but the short one we seem to be doing all the time. And I never see a central one. Here's Benton with the penalty. He scored. I don't know what the keeper was doing there, to be honest. Looked like he just turned to face the ball going in because he wanted to admire it. I mean, it was a good penalty from John Benton, let's be fair. So, I mean, he's just gone past Jaden Dixon like he wasn't even there. Giamfi could have won it back, but decided not to in the end. And that's going to be 2... No, I was about to say that's going to be 2-2 because I thought it was. But, yeah, I suppose with the 2 seasons we've had prior to this, I need to expect a season of struggle somewhere. And you're probably thinking, what are you talking about struggling when you're doing as well as what you're doing at the moment? But like I say, I can just see... It's like I've got my crystal ball out and I can just see the direction it's going in. And I don't like it. I don't want to leave Aveley with them basically getting relegated. Shrimpton. That's an interesting name. I've been looking at strikers to bring in, but there's no one that I think is really better than what we've already got in terms of Matt Rush and maybe even Charlie Hughes. Been looking at central defenders and Rush has turned him and he's through. Oh, Matty Rush. 11th goal of the season. We're 3-1 up. Away to Scunthorpe. I mean, before this changes or anything, we're 9th in the league. We're only 2 points out. And this is what I mean. You're probably going to look and say, you're 2 points outside the playoffs, Damo. Why are you complaining? But again, I wouldn't say we've been... I mean, look at that. It's another worldie. What I should do is I should clip all the great goals that go... I mean, we probably need to make a substitution, actually. I should clip all the great goals that people score against us just to do like a compilation special at the end of the season. So Ollie Eagle can probably come in for Giamfi because he's a bit tired now. Edwino Vaz is not having the greatest of games, so maybe bring George Fowler in for him. But yeah, I mean, even in this game, I mean, we go back to the whole, look how many shots on target they've got to how many goals they've got. Oh, it's another penalty. It's another penalty. Johnny Benton, I presume, will take it again. No, it's Rush. Matt Rush. He scores it. I mean, again, what was that keeper doing? I mean, that keeper's got a lot to answer for. Angelini, he's certainly not been an angel in this game, that's for certain. I mean, he's on a rating of 6. It's probably going to drop to 5 points something. But, I mean, today we've been clinical with our scoring, getting 4 goals from 5 shots on target. But on another day, we would have wasted all of those and we'd have lost this 2-0. You know, and let's be fair, we've had 2 penalties in this game. Without the 2 penalties, that would have been a 2-2 draw. And, you know, I'm certainly not going to moan about getting the win. And look, just because I'm looking at jobs doesn't mean I'm definitely going to be moving on. However, it does leave us 2 points outside the playoffs. We're over halfway towards our goal of getting 50 points for the season. And I think that deserves a like on today's video. Subscribe to the channel, all that sort of wonderful stuff. Turn your notifications on. Our upcoming games, we'll probably come back. So where are we at the moment? We're at the beginning of November. We'll probably come back for a Christmas special, something like, I don't want to do Swindon Bourne Wood. We've done that earlier on. So maybe do Gateshead, who are 7th, and Yeovil, who are 13th. Our last 2 games, or last 2 league games before Christmas. So if we do those games, that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games to play off camera against teams that are 12th, 14th, 3rd, 23rd, 18th. Oh no, how it go 18th, 23rd. So not a bad run of games. We could get some wins in those games. Probably going to lose to Bromley, but we could get a couple of wins out of them 4 games. So yeah, I'll see you back here for the last 2 league games before Christmas. That'll be in tomorrow's video. And thank you very much for watching, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.